In this video, we will discuss that how does the LCR circuit will behave when AC is passed through it. So for that, I consider this is a simple electrical circuit in which resistance, capacitor and inductor are connected in a series combination and then through AC power supply. So we know that AC power supply is represented by E naught sine of omega t. So if capital R is a resistance of this resistor, capital C is a capacitance of this capacitor, and capital L is inductance of this inductor. So we know that the resistance offered by it is R and the reactance offered by the capacitor and inductor is XC and XL. Now as this AC power supply is passed through this combination, so at any instant the current is represented by I. So as the current passes through it, so they are connected in a series combination, so the current in each section of this wire or each section of this electrical circuit or component will be same. So mean to say that in this section also current is I, for this section is also the current I, and for this section the current will be same, that is I. So as the current is passed through these sections or these components, so the potential drop across this resistor is VR and the potential drop across this capacitor is VC, and similarly the potential drop across the inductor is VL. So we also know that across this R, voltage and current are in same phase, and for inductor the current lags behind the phase of pi by 2. करंट जो है वो वोल्टेज के पीछे चलता है फॉर द केस ऑफ इंडक्टर, एंड फॉर द केस ऑफ कैपेसिटर करंट लीड्स द voltage by the phase of pi by 2. If we draw in this diagram, so here the current is this current is along this direction and voltage is also on the same line because they are in same phase. Similarly, for the case of capacitor, if the current is along this direction, because they are in series combination, in all cases the current will be in the same direction, so that is along this direction. So here the current leads the voltage by the phase of pi by 2. So here if the current is along this direction, then the voltage should be lagging behind, so voltage will be represented along this direction, so that is VC. Similarly, for this case, if current is along this direction, same as the previous cases, but here the current lags behind the voltage by the phase of pi by 2. The current is along this direction, same as in all the cases, and here the potential drop across the inductor is shown along this direction. As the current is lagging behind the voltage by the phase of pi by 2, so this means that the voltage leads the current by the phase of pi by 2. So here at the positive angle, so the voltage will be along this direction, so that is this much. So we have drawn the phasor diagram individually across R, C and L. So if you are able to draw all the phasor diagram together, then we get, so if we draw all the thing in phasor diagram, so let the current is along this direction at any instant, so then the voltage drop across the resistor, then the voltage drop across the resistor is also on the same phase as that of the current, so VR will be along this direction. Further, for the case of inductor, current lags behind, So current is lagging means voltage is leading. So voltage will be along this direction. So I take this. So VL. So VL is along this direction. So for the case of capacitor, current leads by the phase of pi by 2 means voltage lag behind the current by the phase of pi by 2. So current is along this direction. So lagging means behind this much. So I take this as a VC. So this is how we have drawn the all potential drops on this phasor diagram. So now I want to find out the effective value of the potential drop. If you see, this VC is in the downside, mean it is in the negative sign, and here VL is on the positive y-axis. So it is having a positive sign. So if we add those voltage, so we find that the effective voltage for VL and VC will be equal to VL minus VC, because both have the opposite sign. Now we are left with the two potentials, that is VL minus VC and VR. Now how to find out the effective potential drop or effective potential for these two potential drops? So for that I make a rectangle, or I will draw a right angle triangle. In this right angle triangle, this length or base is VR and this perpendicular is equal to this much, that is VL minus VC, and the hypotenuse is represented along this direction. So here this hypotenuse represents the effective value of voltage. So if we able to calculate the hypotenuse of this one, we can able to find out the effective value of the voltage. So we can say that the effective value of the voltage is nothing but it is a hypotenuse. So how to calculate the hypotenuse? This length is what? VR, and this length is VL minus VC. So squaring base का square VR square, perpendicular का square VL minus VC का square root. So this is your effective value of the potential drop across LCR circuit. Now we know that the potential drop across R is equal to the current, that is I, into resistance. Similarly, what is the potential drop across L? Inductor, that is nothing but is a current into the reactance, that is XL. Similarly, the potential drop across the capacitor is equal to I into XC. Same, just a resistance. Now we put the value in this equation and we solve it. So what we get? So effective value of the voltage is nothing but it is equal to IR square. So it is become I square R square plus what is the value of VL? That is I into XL. I into XL minus VC, that is I into XC का whole square का square root. So after further we solve it. So what we get? Here I is common. So what is left here? R is left, that is R square. Here also I is taken common. So it become I square, and this I square I have written here I because it is a square root. So we are left with R square and it is XL minus XC whole square. So this is your effective value of the potential drop across LCR. Now, so whenever we want to calculate the potential drop, so we use this formula. Now further, if you want to discover new things, so what we do is V divided by I is equal to R square plus XL minus XC का whole square का square root. So here voltage divided by current is just having a unit same as that of resistance, that is ohm. So here this term is just plays the same role as that of resistance. So we can say that this term is defined as the impedance. So this term is known as a impedance. So we generally represent this as a Z. So our impedance becomes Z is equal to R square plus XL minus XC का whole square का square root. So this is our impedance of a LCR circuit. Similarly, we can also find out the phase difference between the current and voltage, or effective value of the current and voltage. So we know that the phase is what? It is tan of phi. I take this as a phase difference phi. So here it is tan phi is equal to what? Perpendicular upon base. So it is VL minus VC divided by VR. So if you put the value, what is the value of VL? That is IXL minus IXC divided by IR. So after solving it, I can be cancelled out through what? So we are left with XL minus XC divided by R. So this is your phase difference between the effective value of the voltage and current of LCR circuit is equal to R square plus XL minus XC whole square का square root, and the phase difference between the effective value of the voltage is XL minus XC divided by R. So these are the two important formulas. We should remember it. Suppose if we want to calculate the current in LCR circuit, so what is the value of the current? Then the current will be equal to voltage, that is 8 divided by the resistance. For LCR circuit, for LCR there is no resistance because it has both reactance and resistance. So we have in this case impedance, that is Z. The impedance is given by this formula. So the current will be equal to the voltage divided by the impedance. If you want to calculate the peak value, so how to calculate the peak value? That is I naught is equal to E naught divided by same the impedance for this same circuit, that is LCR, equal to R square plus XL is equal to omega L minus 1 upon omega C whole square का square root. And what is tan of phi then? It is omega L 1 upon omega C divided by R. So as we know that here XL is equal to omega L and XC is equal to 1 divided by omega C. So these are the relations which are very, very important in the numerical purpose, and thanking you.